After Ang Lee's disappointingly cold take on the Hulk in 2003, director Louis Leterrier is trying his hand at making the not-so-Jolly Green Giant into a viable cinematic franchise. Gone are the Gamma Dogs and the father-son relationships, and in its place we get what people generally expect from an Incredible Hulk story. A fugitive scientist, a pursuing army, and a big green monster smashing up a lot of tackles. By sticking fairly close to what people remember of the classic TV series and cartoon, Leterrier is in a much better position to reward audience expectations, and for the most part, he succeeds. Largely disregarding the events of the 2003 film, this version starts with Ed Norton on excellent form as Bruce Banner, hiding out in Brazil and attempting to rid himself of his grumpy green alter ego through an email correspondence with a mysterious doctor named Mr. Blue. The status quo doesn't last long, as a minor factory accident tips the army and their vicious new super soldier Emil Blonsky off to Banner's location, and soon the chase is on. Banner and his estranged girlfriend Betty, played by Liv Tyler, attempting to reach Mr. Blue before Tim Roth's scarily inhuman Blonsky can finish them off. Tim Roth and Liv Tyler are slightly mistreated by the script. Roth has to munch his way through some very, very chewy dialogue, while Tyler isn't really given much to do at all, though they both make the best of their moments. Ed Norton and William Hurt, on the other hand, give their roles exactly what's needed. A sense of hunted desperation and Ahab-like obsession, respectively. Neither of them can compete with Tim Blake Nelson, however, who shows up just when the film is starting to flag and reinvigorates it with a scene-stealing turn as a madcap professor.
That was the most extraordinary thing I have seen in my entire life.
What's that, you ask? The film starts to flag? Well, sadly, yes, it does. Rather a lot. In just under 2 hours of screen time, there are only 3 major action scenes and a couple of short chases, which seems a little lightweight for a comic book movie, especially when you consider that the first appearance of the Hulk takes place almost entirely in darkness, whilst the second resembles a fight between the Hulk and 6 soldiers at a garden party somewhere in Hampshire. There just isn't enough big action here.
That it? Is that all you got?
On the other hand, the final battle between the Hulk and the Abomination delivers the goods. It's clearly a fight between 2 animated special effects, but that simply gives the whole sequence a comic book feel that adds to the excitement. The Hulk may never look real, but he always looks like the Hulk. Even in quieter moments, the special effects find ways to impress, such as the scene in which a CG Hulk uses some very recognisable Ed Norton body language. For this sort of film, the fact that the action is so infrequent is something of a stumbling block, but it's compensated for by the performances and the script's smattering of in-jokes, and the fact that when the action finally kicks off, it's exactly the sort of physics and biology-defying dust-up that you want from a comic book movie. Is it a great film? No. But it's a good one, and it's a fun way to spend your evening.